today we're going to be putting together the parts for It's the Little Things layout. This is the layout that comes in the instructions. I'm just going to give you some detail on how to do the headline and how to do the gnomes. The first thing you're going to do is take your black piece that's provided in the kit, and you're just going to snip off the part that's clearly the headline. These are pretty easy cuts. I use a very small detail scissor. And we're going to take this and put it aside. That's for where the script little things is going to go on. And that's pretty much done. So it's very easy. Okay, for this piece, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to lay it down so you guys can see it. I'm going to cut it all apart. What you can see here is there's a ladybug. There's two sets of antenna. Another set here. The squiggly, the mittens, and the curved piece. So we're just going to quickly snip those apart and put them aside. If you guys haven't scrapped with me before, one of the tips that I like to use for small pieces, these aren't too bad, but some of the pieces can get away from you. In order to keep them together, I take a simple sticky note and I flip it over. This is the sticky side, it's up. And you can just stick that on there and put it aside to keep it out of your way. So what I'm gonna do with the antenna, because they're kind of delicate, is I'm gonna snip them apart. And then I'm gonna leave this part on there right now so that they stay together. So I'm gonna unsnip that, maybe unsnip that, and then put it aside. Okay, and you can see I'm using some small detail scissors. This is gonna be the hardest part. So I'm just gonna snip that off, put it aside. Same thing with the gloves. I'm gonna leave them together for right now, so when I need them, they're both together and I don't have to hunt around for them. Okay, so the two gloves are together and still connected. Put that right on my little sticky. And then we're gonna do the other set of antenna. And put those aside. This last piece is gonna be the stripe that's on the bottom of the girls. I don't think I named her. The female ladybug, the one with the ponytails, it's gonna be on this right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that aside. So all the pieces are put aside. The very first thing I'm gonna do, just to get it out of the way, is do the headline. So we're gonna open up our bag. We're gonna leave pretty much everything in there. I'm going to take out the script. And just for the sake of argument right now, you obviously put adhesive onto the back of this. Using liquid adhesive, what I would probably use is my Tombow. Put it on the back of this and put it in place, and that's your headline. And the only thing that goes on top of that, for a little extra touch, is our adorable little wooden ladybug, who already has sticky on it. So this is your little ladybug. So take off the back, and that's the dot of the eye. Okay, so that's how that goes. And then we're gonna put that aside. So that's your headline. Sometimes if you can't tell where the pieces go, if you start eliminating ones, then sometimes that helps. So what we're gonna do right now is go through the items that came in the plastic bag, and we're gonna divide them up. So we know for sure that the straight hat goes to our little buddy that has the mustache. So so what we're gonna do is divide them up right and left. So I'm probably going to get another sticky note. And what I'm gonna do on this one, if you fold it, when you have two items like this, just stick your parts inside there with the sticky on the outside. So any detailed parts you can put on that sticky edge. Okay, so this one's gonna go with the female one. Oh, I accidentally chopped off a little corner, so it's okay. So this is the little ladybug, which is just an accent piece. So I'm gonna put this aside. Okay, so for her hat, it goes in this direction, and I'm going to put it over in this general direction, just so that we have it out of the way. Now, the larger nose goes to the male gnome, and the smaller nose with the attached hands goes to the little gal on the left-hand side. So I'm gonna put those just right on top. If you, like I said, if you wanted to, you can put them on the sticky note. We can absolutely do that. But for right now, I think I can keep everything straight. I have enough space here. So there's 2 hands that hold the flower pot. Another good tip is instead of keeping a big garbage can next to you, if you don't have room for one, you can just use like a plastic cup and drop your little pieces in there. So then later on, you just have to dump out your cup. Okay, let's go through the pieces we know for sure. So the flower, this is the center of the flower. This is the flower itself. I'm going to snip these apart. Okay, so you notice I left this one on there. You can cut it off if you want. This goes to our little dude here on the right, so that goes in his pile. This goes with the flower. This goes with the flower. Flower pot. And there should be one more piece of the flower pot. Okay, so that's all the flower pot. We're gonna put those on her side. And also we're gonna take the ribbon, and you'll see on the shoes that there's the 2 boots that are hooked together. Those go for our girl, and the little half circles go for our gentleman here. So I'm gonna cut the half circles. I'm not gonna trim it all the way up. You don't have to, they're covered up. So with these, I'm gonna stick them on here. This is a good example on what you can do. Okay, so then for his shoes, just because I'm cutting everything else apart right now, he has 2 shoes. Those go, whoop. And just slide all that back in there. Okay, so the little pieces we're gonna move aside. Okay, for the hair and the mustache, they're together. I'm just gonna pull them apart right now because basically they both get covered, so you don't really have to have a detailed cut on those. So obviously the ponytails go on the one side and the mustache goes with our gentleman. Okay, for the body, same thing. The girl has the curved skirt, so a little bit more dance because she has her, actually it goes this way. For her boots that go underneath it, I'm gonna put that aside. This is the body for the Larry. I have names right on him. Larry. Larry has the straight body, and these are his arms that go back behind it. So we're gonna take that and put it all in that little envelope. The other pieces that we cut earlier from the black, this goes to Larry. He gets the curve, almost like a zigzag kind of thing. This goes for Lydia. She has that curve. With the antenna, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna drop one on each of these. Okay,